Excellency, and my wife, the First Lady of Ogun State, Mrs. Abeokuta. Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Engineer Noimot Salako Yedele, the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Olakole Oluomo, all our distinguished former excellencies that are here present, I make bold to say that Ogun State is one of the few states that has every past governor of Ogun State in APC. Every living past governor of Ogun State is in our great party. Most of us are in this party 100%, some are maybe 50%.
Olúwa ló fọ̀rọ̀ sí ẹ lẹ́nu, ìwọ ló lọ sọ.
His Excellency and our father of this great party, Chief Olusegun Oshoba. His Excellency and my brother, Otumba Justus Olugbenga Daniel, who also now doubles as our incoming Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by the grace of God. All former deputy governors that are here present, let me particularly thank distinguished Senator Adegbenga Kaka, who I know had to be at a funeral this morning in the Ijebu North before coming here. Also, my brother, our former DG, Prince Segun Adeshegun. The chairman of our party in Ogun State, the one and only chairman of this great party, chairman. Chief Yemi Sanusi. Let me recognize all our serving and past National Assembly members here present. Let me particularly use Senator Solomon Adiola Olamilekon as a point of contact for all our members of the National Assembly. Senator Olamilekan is incumbent and also doubles as an incoming senator in waiting of Ogun West Senatorial District by the grace of God. Let me appreciate my long-standing brother, a very experienced, dogged, articulate, consummate politician, our incoming governor of Oyo State by the special grace of God, Senator Teslim Folarin. I'd like to thank the Director of Mobilization for the Presidential Campaign Council of the Southwest, who came here also representing our candidate, our presidential candidate, because I know he got that notice only yesterday, and he has come here with members of his presidential campaign council. I know that Alhaji Bakai is here. I know that Chief Wu is here, amongst so many other members of their campaign council. Let me emphasize that we have other members of the presidential campaign council here. Prince Segun Adeshegun is also the chairman of one of the councils, as well as so many other members. Honorable Oladile is also here. Let me recognize our erstwhile speakers. Again, we can beat our chest and brag that perhaps only one living speaker in Ogun State is not here today. We have Right Honorable Tunji Egbetokun is here. The first and only female speaker that Ogun State has ever produced, Right Honorable Titi Oseni, is also here. Right Honorable Suraj Adekunbi Ishola, the immediate past speaker, who is also one of our chairmen, is also here. Let me particularly appreciate the Director General of our campaign, even though he hasn't been formally unveiled, but Prince Segun Adeshegun has done that on my behalf. None other than the very erudite, experienced, seasoned, grassroots politician who started his political career from being a council chairman, rose to be a member of the House of Representatives, and a multiple-term senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Lekan Mustafa. I'd like to recognize the Vice DG of our campaign, another very seasoned and experienced politician. He was a commissioner under the OGD administration, among so many other positions that he has held. He was secretary of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Apostle Biodun Sonyaolu. Let me also thank somebody who is also here, who is our Vice DG Operations. He was a senatorial aspirant in Ogun Central, but I must commend his spirit of party patriotism. As soon as he realized that he may not be imagined, he did not hesitate in deciding that he would graciously stand down and support whoever emerged. These are attributes that are very uncommon in the life of us politicians. Please join me in welcoming Honorable Debola Shofela. Please give him a round of applause. Let me recognize all the patrons that are here today, all our committee chairmen, chairpersons, my Secretary of State Government, Mr. Tokunbo Talabi, my Deputy Chief of Staff, Dr. Toyin Taiwo, all our APC national leaders are here present, all our APC state leaders, members of the State Working Committee, our senatorial chairman, my Honorable Commissioner of Finance and Chief Economic Advisor. I'll use him as a point of contact for all the members of the Ogun State Executive Council that are here present. Permit me to also appreciate our 26 House of Assembly members that are also here present. Let me use Dr. Mrs. Tafawa Oduwole Balewa, Chairman of the Ogun Free Trade Zone, as a point of contact for all our chairmen of various boards and parastatals that are here present. This is a long protocol list, and I'm just doing my best to abridge it. I want to thank and recognize all our governors of their various local governments. We call them council chairmen. All our members of the Governors Advisory Council that are here present. All our candidates, all our APC candidates. I will use Alhaji Afolabi Salisu, our incoming senator of the Ogun Central Senatorial District, as a point of contact for all our candidates, ranging from our senatorial candidates to our House of Representative candidates and our House of Assembly candidates. I want to appreciate all our leaders. There are just too many of you. Permit me to use Chief Femi Maje Kodumi and Chief Jide Ojuko as a point of reference and contact for all our leaders that are here present. I would not want to take any more of your time. Today is indeed a glorious day. It's indeed a day the Lord has made, and we are glad that we are rejoicing in it. Let me remind you that 3 years and 6 months ago, we embarked on a Herculean and life-threatening journey to reclaim Ogun State back for the people from the hands of a warlord who was playing God in this state. I'll recap these stories for the avoidance of doubt. We took the message of hope to the nooks and crannies of our state in a new lease of life and appealing to our people to look at us for genuine democratic dividends that we promised will be evenly distributed across the 20 local government areas of Abia State. There were an avalanche of threats, harassment, intimidation, attack by others, and their miscreants against us, just because they believed that the collective patrimony of our people belonged to only them. You were beaten out of the stadium at an APC flag-off rally by members of another party, unprecedented and unheard of. But by the grace of the Almighty God, who is sufficient for us, God proved himself that only he is God. Man may pretend, but man will only be demystified. The rest is now history. Oh yeah, Kadupe. Today, despite all odds, we are in firm control of our party. Our party is very stable. Our party has grown much bigger. Various parties and individuals, like someone described us, the Rainbow Coalition, they have joined the All Progressive Congress. This is a validation of the success of our open arms and inclusive policy. We are a testimony to God's awesomeness. Kì í ṣe mi mọ̀ ọ́ ṣe. Thank you. From the inception of this administration, we have been committed to the rekindling of the hope of our indigents and reigniting their faith in their own government. The objective of our administration is encapsulated in our Building Our Future Together agenda. The kernel of that agenda is our vision, which is to give Ogun State a purposed and qualitative governance, whilst creating an enabling environment for public-private sector partnership. We believe is fundamental to the economic growth of our state and the individual prosperity of our people. We promise good governance, which we define as an administration that is transparent, accountable, participatory, just, equitable, fair, inclusive, responsive, and a government that obeys the rule of law. The last 3 years and 6 months have been very eventful. There is no gainsaying that administration has continued to deliver on its electoral promises and mandate. Indeed, our Building Our Future Together agenda is firmly rooted on a solid foundation. On this note, I must appreciate our distinguished party men and women who are here and all those that they represent across the length and breadth of this state for standing by us through the journey to this office. The deluge of unnecessary and baseless litigations that attempted to distract us since we assumed office. We have, however, remained laser focused through a most tortuous political journey. Like they say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. We weathered through some of the natural teething challenges that are not unusual in the life of an administration. I want to thank the good and loyal members of our party and the people of Ogun State for your support, understanding, cooperation, and prayers. Not long after our inauguration in office, on May 29, 2019, we were confronted with the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. This tested our effectiveness. However, because we are focused and deliberate and driven by an unwavering commitment to serve the people of our state, we faced that pandemic headlong. Whilst our state has that unenviable record as the location of the first coronavirus case in Nigeria, we thank God that even through this, we remain very focused. Despite the pandemic and several other challenges, we have been able to record so many notable achievements. as testified by schools that have spoken before me. It is of note that even in the Southwest, we were given the best performing Southwestern state in the routine immunization of the COVID-19 vaccination. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a journey towards building our future together has witnessed major progresses in many areas of development, namely infrastructure, social well-being and welfare, education, youth empowerment and job creation, and agriculture. We've been particularly focused on good governance. Our infrastructural achievements have been people-oriented and transformational, and they've led to several multiplier effects in our socio-economic development. Over 80 major roads, federal and state roads inclusive, totaling 400 kilometers, have been either constructed or reconstructed across the length and breadth of this state. The projects, amongst others, include the Ilaro-Owode Road. I remember that Kabiyesi Olu of Ilaro said, other administrations only come here to do groundbreaking. They never commission. I'm glad to announce that we have since broken that jinx by commissioning the road that we commissioned in Imekwafo. Amongst other roads are the road that was referred to by our father, Baba Oshoba, the Jebu-Ode Mojoda Ekpe Road, the Abeokuta Shiu Shagamu interchange. Baba has said we must toll the Aton Lusada Agbara Road, the Pansheke Adigbe Road, the notorious Ilishon Agoiwe Road, the Ikeru Ode Road, among so many others. We've further proceeded to begin the construction of what we call our Etropolis, our airport city, which is anchored by our special agro-processing zone. We established the Ministry of Transport and commenced the operationalization of our multi-modal transport master plan, which integrates road, rail, water, and air transport. And as a first step, we began with the deployment of our Wi-Fi enabled air-conditioned mass transit buses as a pilot project right here in Abeokuta. We rolled out our Ogun State digital infrastructure project, which seeks to provide 5,000 kilometers of fiber optic cables across the length and breadth of our state. Because we are the education capital of Nigeria, we're churning out more students in this state than many states combined together. And we must keep these students busy. Administration, through a multi-dimensional development agenda that encompasses health, housing, security, water supply, and women empowerment under our social welfare and well-being strategic pillars, has improved the standard of this state in so many spheres. We have provided today over 100 renovated, reconstructed, or constructed primary healthcare centers. We have ensured a massive enrollment of our community members in our basic health provision fund, tagged Ileradero. We have a fleet of over 50 new ambulances from the inherited 5 when we assumed office in 2019. We now run a 24-hour ambulance service. We have recruited and promoted medical officers, resident doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and several other healthcare professionals across various cadres in our health sector. Your administration is pursuing an ambitious housing scheme, affordable housing scheme, to deliver 2,500 units in the first 4 years of our government. To date, we've delivered almost 2,000, about 1,800 units to date, spread across the 3 secretariat districts of the state. This is probably the highest number of housing units built since the creation of this state in 1976. We have King's Court, we have Prince Court, we have Kobape. The patronage has been a major motivating factor that has propelled us to even build more. We have commenced the development of the President Mohamed Buhari estate, having sorted out the inherited litigations, and this further underscores what has been mentioned earlier, that we will continue to complete any inherited projects that have socio-economic impact on the lives of our people. Some of the other investments that we've done is the re-establishment of our Ogun State Security Trust Fund, which has allowed us to provide motorcycles, vehicles, communication equipment to our law enforcement architecture. We've done this and combined this with our employment generation and creation opportunities that has allowed us to earn the title of one of the, or probably the safest state in Nigeria, where you can live, work, and play. We have proceeded to launch our Ogun State for Women project that we call the Okowo Dapo. We have disbursed over ₦1 billion to boost operations of our micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises. Without a doubt, Ogun State maintains an enviable status as the education capital of Nigeria. And we continue to consolidate this by our unwavering investment in that sector. We renovated over 1,000 classroom blocks and other facilities in our public schools, including our special needs schools across the state. We provided over 25,000 tables and chairs to our public schools, and we'll continue to do that. We introduced the Ogun Teach Intervention Program, which is employing about 5,000 teachers to fill the teacher vacancies in our primary, secondary, and technical colleges. This is the largest employment, and also that of 2019-2020. We have introduced, for the first time anywhere in this country, the Learner Identification Number, LIN, in our schools, which allows us to track every student in Ogun State, either in public or private schools. All this have earned us various awards, such as the Best Education-Friendly Governor, the Best Governor in the Education Sector, and even only a few weeks ago, one of our teachers in our public primary schools and one of our public primary schools won #1 position across the length and breadth of this state. In the agric sector, we see agriculture as a means of job creation, food security, and poverty alleviation. We are achieving so much. We began the implementation of our Anchor Brewers program, and again, the groundbreaking of our special agro-processing zone in our metropolis. This will further boost job creation through the agricultural value chain development in crop, aquaculture, and core livestock sectors. Only on Thursday, again, we won another award as the best agric-friendly state by the National Agric Land Development Agency, among several awards in agriculture. In terms of good governance, the challenge we met on assumption was the inability to see an institutionalized public financial framework to ensure fiscal sustainability and continuity. We have thus embarked on several fiscal reforms in public finance management. This has led us to see a remarkable increase in our internally generated revenue. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our grand patron, our state remains the industrial capital of Nigeria. There's a nexus between peace and economic development. To that extent, your administration has been very deliberate about inter-party tolerance, and we have lowered the political temperature in this state. We have been respectful of the activities of all other parties in the state. This is because our administration believes that sovereignty lies with the people, and they will vest it only on whom they deem fit, and not through brigandage and unnecessary heating of the polity. Undoubtedly, we have reduced the level of infrastructure deficiency that we inherited. We have put in place reforms, policies that have allowed for the actualization of our vision, and created the hard and enabling environment for socio-economic development. We have established trust between us and the private sector. We have earned the trust of even our people in the last 3 years and 6 months. Our journey to industrializing our state received a major boost when President Buhari himself awarded me the Public Service Award as the #1 state in industrial revolution. Nothing was more comforting. We must all work together in the continuous vision to build our future together. I want to thank our great party APC for entrusting me with the mandate in 2018. I only hope I have justified your trust and confidence. I want to thank you again for reposing that confidence in my deputy and I to run again in 2023. I promise that you'll find us just as worthy. We'll continue to be guided by the party manifesto and discipline. We will be responsive. We'll take your observations very seriously. Our grand patron and father of this party, Baba Richard Moshoba, our deputy grand patron, the chairman of the party, and the ESCO, I want to thank you for providing us with this platform to stand up. As we proceed to meet our people to seek their votes in this campaign for all our candidates in the state, let me assure you all that administration will remain unwaveringly committed to the equitable development of our state and the implementation of people-oriented, purposeful infrastructure in line with our policy of inclusiveness and good governance. We'll continue the implementation of people-centric development and won't stop. We will not stop till every major road in Ogun State is started. We will not stop till a minimum of 250 primary healthcare centers are renovated and functional, so every Ogun indigene can walk to a PHC. We will not stop until we have provided 10,000 affordable homes. We will not stop till every school in Ogun State is conducive for learning. We will commence the implementation of some of our other initiatives, like the Light Up Ogun project, through which we will supply uninterrupted power supply to our major cities from an IPP joint venture with others. This will make the grid power now available to smaller towns. We are going to begin the implementation of our e-mobility and gas mobility projects, through which all our Okadas will become powered by batteries and our mass transport vehicles powered by gas. These will reduce the carbon emissions in our state and earn us carbon credit as we join nationals and subnationals by going green. We also know that water is key and survival to everyone. Administration will be prioritizing the provision and supply of water supply. You recall what Baba said, that in his tenure, he made sure he redistributed water to every village. We started this by carrying out a major overhaul of the Arakanga water works to make provision of water available for the people of Abeokuta and the environment. We will also be implementing the provision and laying new reticulation across the state to replace old ones laid over 50 years ago. At completion, it's a hope that the perennial shortage of water in any part of the state will be a thing of the past. Distinguished Baba, our deputy patron, our patrons, our chairman, ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you that the station will continue to sustain our position as one of the most peaceful states, if not the most peaceful state in Nigeria. We will deploy technology for surveillance and crime detection. Security to us is very important. I am the chief security officer of this state. To that extent, we continue to provide necessary incentives and motivate our law enforcement agencies for the realization of a crime-free state. This we did in this outgoing term as we provided vans, communication equipment, motorbikes, and other logistics for security agencies. We have instituted even the awards of the best DPO, the best area commander, who will take home a house each for the first time anywhere in this country. Just recently, we introduced our social investment program in view of the economic situation in the country, which obtains across the world right now. This is to provide support for our youth, our poor and vulnerable. Our target is to reach about 40,000 people in the first instance. We assure our people that this momentum would definitely be sustained during our second term in office. We'll be going into the full implementation of our multimodal master plan, transport master plan, during our second term in office. As we all know, our Abeokuta airport is nearing completion. That was the airport that was initiated by my predecessor, Otumba Daniel. It's going to provide an alternative from the Lagos airport and reduce vehicular traffic into Lagos. We'll be constructing a dry port at Kajola, another export free trade zone that was shared by Otumba Daniel. Kajola will be a dry port and will have a logistics hub in Wasimi. These, we believe, will not only increase our ease of doing business ranking, but manufacturers can now clear their goods in Kajola and also export from there, reducing demurrage costs and their Papa port congestion. This will also create jobs for thousands of our youth and also sustain our momentum that we achieved as the best state in industrialization. We'll be looking at the oil prospects in our state by leveraging on the abundance of oil resources in Tongeji Island and Olokola. We have the assurances that with the right technical partners and investors, Ogun State will soon join the committee of oil producing states. Ekilapu, Ekilapu, Ekilapu. Thank you. Our urban regeneration program will also be receiving a boost as we intensify in the urban renewal of our cities like Abeokuta, Ijebu-Ode, Mowe, Ibafo, Ota, and so on. This will help us in achieving the pull factor as against the push factor in these very highly populated areas. We'll be collaborating with Lagos State in leveraging on the blue and red rail lines by investing in the extensions into Ogun State for the efficient transportation of goods and passengers. We have bidded successfully, and this is the first official announcement for the year 2024 National University Games. This is because Ogun State will be hosting the year 2024 National University Games. This is because we place a premium on youth engagement and development, as we see sports as a platform for that. To this end, we can see the need to ensure that we continue to look at ways and means to raise our internally generated revenue to be able to meet all these expenses. Today, as we unveil this campaign council, I urge you all to work together as a team. Even as we set our programs and manifesto to the goodwill of Ogun State, we must work as hard as we did 3 years and 6 months ago. We must engage in constructive and issue-based campaign in line with the provisions of the electoral law and rule of engagement. Your appointment in this campaign is based on your track records and contribution to the growth and development of our party. We've tagged our campaign Igbega 2023 to underscore the continuity of our economic development and prosperity. I don't have a doubt that we will win this election. I don't have a doubt about that. Because we have worked very hard to fulfill our promises, and we have justified that mandate entrusted to us, as seen by our people-oriented projects spread equitably across the length and breadth of the state. My determination is to win convincingly, not just to win convincingly. And I have no doubt that we have chosen that winning team. We have Baba Oshoba, we have Governor Daniel, amongst others, our experienced DG, and the entire team and council of very experienced, capable, and committed members of our campaign council, and of course all our candidates. You are expected to live up to the expectation by winning the state for APC again. Like Baba said, it is APC. I remember in 2019 when we were campaigning, and when others were saying, vote for this one for APC, vote for that one for another party. Baba said, no. We must all vote for APC. Even when others were not with us, they were in here, but working for others outside. Baba stood his ground and said, no. We must continue to campaign for APC. People fought Baba and I, but we said, we can't afford for Mr. President, for his results or votes, to embarrass us in the state. And I'm sure that the same thing we did then, we are going to ensure that we did again. Our elections, our presidential, governorship, Senate, House of Reps, Assembly elections, we must ensure that we win landslide. I want to know that the list of the members of campaign council is not cast in granite, because some people have complained to me, we will continue to co-opt more people and of course remove those that are not needed as the need arises. This is the first time any such of what we are doing is happening in this state. It underscores how deliberate we are. We are a state of many firsts. Our president candidate, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, and his running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima, are the best team in the country without a doubt. Without a doubt. Both are former governors, former legislators. They have both implemented successful succession plans that have transformed and propelled the both states that they governed. Show me any other team with their experience antecedent. Asiwaju was even an activist, so he has seen it from both sides. Here in Ogun, we don't have a problem. We will deliver 99%. I need to deliver 99%. Everybody vote for Jagaban. Jagaban. Everybody vote for Jagaban.
Everybody vote for Jagaban. Everybody vote for Jagaban.
On your mandate.
On your mandate we shall win. On your mandate we shall win. On your mandate. On your mandate. On your mandate we shall stand. We shall win. On your mandate we shall win. On your mandate we shall win. On your mandate. On your mandate. On your mandate we shall win.
Our campaign must percolate to the grassroots for the good of our party. Let's go ahead and do it. We have provided this befitting and intimidating secretariat that offers a conducive environment to meet and strategize. We will be providing all the needed support for this campaign. Let me assure you, no stone will be left unturned. We will not take anything for granted. Even though it's obvious that there's no serious opponent. Like OGD said, you don't have an opponent. Someone said to me, why are you over campaigning? You know what I said? I said, there's no such thing. It is not over until it is over. We know that our Automadibo won't be turned low. Abeko. Okay, Mosa is not a beer parlor. It's not a beer parlor. If not for political rascals and jobbers, we just be going around and doing a thank you tour. Abeko. I mean, how does anyone without a track record of managing even a grocery store or anything successfully, be pretending to be aspiring to be governor of Ogun State. It is an insult to the collective Commonwealth of this state. The state of Baba Awolowo, the state of MK Abiola, the state of Olusegun Obasanjo, the state of Wole Soyinka, the state of Professor Theophilus Ogunlesi, the state of Professor Oshibajo, the state of Ernest Shonekan, the state governed by Bisi Onabanjo, Baba Oshoba, and OGD, and of course my humble self. Thank you. Ìpàdé jọjọ́ ìbò. Ìpàdé jọjọ́ ìbò. Báwo la lọ jù wọ́n lọ?
Báwo ló jù wọ́n lọ? Ìpàdé jọjọ́ ìbò. Kí ló wí? Ìpàdé jọjọ́ ìbò. Ìpàdé jọjọ́ ìbò. Báwo la jù wọ́n lọ? Báwo ló jù wọ́n lọ? Ìpàdé jọjọ́ ìbò.
I want to thank everyone that have worked tirelessly in the last few days to ensure the readiness of this world-class office and the success of this occasion. I want to thank Senator Mustafa. I want to thank Apostle Yalu, my SSG, and the entire Executive Council and the committee that worked very hard. Ladies and gentlemen, I was here at 5:30 in the morning, and I met our young men and women working here, led by Commissioner Ilori and some of my senior special assistants. They were here working. They didn't sleep. Even I didn't go to bed until 8:30 this morning. On behalf of our great party, on behalf of our great party and all our candidates, I would like to appreciate Otumba Wesi. Otumba Wesi, is he here? Is Wesi here? Is Wesi here? Kosimi. I want to thank Wesi, who has Wesi Creations, for his solidarity, his faith, his continued support for us consistently. He graciously donated this office without a second thought. Wesi, we won't forget this gesture. Distinguished party men and women, we cannot all be appointed into government positions. We can't all get appointments. Neither can we all get contracts. Nonetheless, let me assure you that we will continue to strive harder to provide for you in many ways. We do not have a monopoly of ideas on governance. Hence, I beckon on all of you to join hands together with me to continue to build the future of our state together. It is therefore my pleasure, delight, and honor to unveil the Ogun State Campaign Council to the glory of God and the success of all our candidates in the forthcoming 2023 elections. I want to thank you all for listening to me patiently. I'm sorry I've taken so much time. I felt it was important for me to give you an account of the journey so far and what I've done with the mandate entrusted in me, because they say that if you don't blow your trumpet, somebody else may just grab it and begin to blow it as if, as if you are his own. Thank you for listening to me, and God bless you. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. I will now formally unveil our Grand Patron, our Deputy Grand Patron, our Director General, our Deputy Director Generals, and our 17 committee chairmen. I will unveil them, and The all others who are too numerous to come to the front should consider themselves also unveiled by extension. Thank you very much.
Dapo, ó ti dàpọ̀ mọ́ wa o. Dapo, ó ti dàpọ̀ mọ́ wa o. Ilé tó fi fún wa ló mú iṣẹ́. Ọmọ Abeokuta.
The grand patron of the Ogun State Campaign Council, His Excellency Aremo Olusegun Oshoba. Equally, let me also invite to come out the Deputy Grand Patron, His Excellency Otoma Justus Benga Daniel, the Director General of the campaign, Distinguished Senator Olamilekan Mustafa,